Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at 13633 Northeast Fremont Street here in Portland. Located up on the rooftop, going through the 4-inch cast iron vent. I'm going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. Currently have water running, and we are going to zero out the foot counter right here at the bottom of the vent stack. Off we go. And we'll come back, and there's some little stringy item hanging from the top of the pipe. I believe we're still inside the house. It's probably just debris, not a root, but we'll take a second look. Alright, we're making a transition here over to ABS plastic. That appears to be 4-inch in diameter. Going through some standing water here. I'm going to go locate and see where we are here. I'm having a really hard time getting the camera to go anywhere at this point. Alright, located the camera head successfully. Right now, we're right before, maybe 2 or 3 feet prior to a secondary cleanout that's in the front yard, kind of at the front left corner of the property. So we're going to move down to that one. And I've turned the water off here. There's just a slight amount of water trickling through the line. And we do have some standing water in the pipe here. What I'm not seeing, though, is a lot of buildup associated with it. And when it comes to smooth plastic pipe like this, we don't have the same problem as rough cast iron and concrete, where the pipe walls grip the debris and don't let it break loose. Plastic pipe is very smooth on the inside. You don't have the same problem. So generally, what I find is, even with significant bellies, in plastic pipe, it takes a particular storm of events to act up. It's usually when people are balling their toilet paper up, huge amounts of it, or putting things that should not be going down the line down the pipe. Otherwise, regular old toilet paper, if it does hang up, will break down on its own and move on its way. That's at least my opinion on it. I think this line may go out the back. Because from the vent to where I stopped in a straight line is only about 25, 30 feet. So we're taking kind of a convoluted route here. I think we may be going out the rear of the home and then wrapping around the house. Yeah, stuff like that should not be going down the line. That looks like a white. And that we just did a full, that looked like a full 180-degree turnaround there. Yeah, these things, do not put them down your line. And there's something under the flow line there. My camera's going over the top of. It's hard to tell, but it looks like scale, a combination of scale and potentially toilet paper or wipes, something of that nature. What I am going to recommend, though, is seeing if someone can come out here and jet this thing and remove that rust buildup. I think when people were working on that line, updating it, they knocked a lot of rust loose in the process. There's some of it right there, and it tends to collect in standing water. So I think a fair compromise here would be to jet the sewer line and remove the scale from it. We've got a little bit more debris here on the inside turn. It's hard to see. You only get a quick glimpse of it. There's some right there. So, and then someone's been putting wipes down the line. That's not toilet paper. Alright, the cast iron there looks like it's in fair condition. I'm not seeing tons and tons of rust. And we're going to move out to the secondary clean out, but the way I'll write it up is you've got 2 or 3 spots in the ABS pipe with some standing water. None of it exceeds 1 inch. Most of it's around a 1/2 inch, but none of it is at 1 inch. Which is where I tend to start seeing toilet paper collect. Wipes and junk like that will collect in a 1/16 of an inch of standing water. Regular toilet paper typically doesn't build up much, so you have at least 1 inch of water. But I do recommend jetting the sewer line out, because in at least 2 of those bellies there, it's really hard to see. I can tell from the way my camera feels and just from watching the screen that at least 2 of those bellies, the ones that are closer in, appear to have scale buildup in them, sitting at underneath the water, and then as debris comes through, the water slows things down, then you have jagged scale underneath the water that's kind of catching stuff as it comes through. So that would be my recommendation, is to just clean the sewer line out. The bellies, in my opinion, are not significant enough at this point to recommend repairs on. Alright, we've moved down here to the ground, and I forgot to mention it up on the roof. I am going to review this video at home. I've got a lot of sun on my face up on the rooftop. And mostly for the cast iron areas, it's hard to get good detail with that much sun on my face, so I am going to review the video at home. There may be something on the report that I don't mention on video. Alright, we'll zero here. And then we switch in over to 4-inch 3034 PVC pipe. And we're just going to leave the line dry here. We've had plenty of water go through the line at this point. And then we transition here over to, looks like 6-inch concrete. You have some standing water in this area. I'm going to reel back. I believe that transition's going to be at the street edge where the city takes responsibility. And then here's the main lateral connection at 28 feet. located the camera head at the main out here on Northeast Fremont. And we'll pull back here. Yeah, there is bellies in the pipe here, but this is in city territory, it looks like, and they very rarely fix bellies unless they have actually caused a backup. I honestly wouldn't even mess with sending it to them. All right, I'm locating that there. I'm picking that up just past the street curb, so it looks like all the concrete pipe is in city responsibility. Anyway, once again, I want to reiterate, I'm going to have to review this video at home just to make sure I didn't miss anything with the sun on my face up on the rooftop. By and large, the only area I really need to double check again is the cast iron. That's the spot I had the harder time seeing detail in. Aside from that, the rest of the pipe here appears to be in good condition. Again, there is some areas with standing water, but no buildup associated with it. In my opinion, those are not repair-worthy. The sewer line is functioning at this time, but I do recommend jetting the sewer line to clear the scale out of it. And if you do any of that, make sure a rescope is done to check the work. Ideally, you start from any clean out other than the cast iron vent. Then you can bypass some of that cast iron and avoid knocking more scale loose. But make sure a rescope is done to check the work.